Gold has always been India's favorite safe haven asset and a wedding essential. But now, with the government increasing import duty to 15% and with the West Asia war backdrop, prices remaining volatile, buying gold jewellery has become more expensive. Even Prime Minister Narendra Modi has suggested against making non-essential purchases. But now, with the wedding season approaching in just a few months, Indian jewelers are concerned. And on this edition of Big Business Vet, we decode whether lighter jewellery is the next big bet that smaller retail jewelers in Delhi are making. I'm in Delhi right now with Mr. Bimal Mehta of Mehta Jewellers to understand what is the demand scenario like. Hi sir, thank you for joining me on WION. Firstly, tell us, how are you reading the situation? Gold is an asset, that everybody tracks. So people do get panicked and there are concerns. So in terms of demand, what is the kind of response that you are seeing?
नमस्कार पहले तो सभी चैनल वालों को और हमारे दर्शकों को
Gold prices have risen 3 to 4 times in the past 3 to 4 years. It was already out of bounds for the common public. This has led to a 30-40% decline in demand in the market. In 2024 to 25, 18 Arab dollars worth of gold was imported. In 2025 to 26, the value has gone up to 72 Arab dollars. This means the market is down by 30%. When gold prices went up from 40,000 to 75,000 and to 192,000, from those levels it has retreated close to 150,000, 160,000 rupees. At one point in time, gold was priced at 5,000 rupees. Brides would wear jewelry sets of 100 grams. As prices increased, the weight of ornaments that people would buy started to reduce, even as people spent the same amount of money. One family had their daughter married 4 years ago when they bought a set of 75 grams, but now with prices at close to 150,000, 160,000 rupees, common people's wedding budgets have been shaken. In this scenario, we have introduced ultra-lightweight jewelry. We offer bridal jewelry now for 30, 35 or 45 grams, which looks like 75 grams. This way, people are able to get what they like on their limited budgets. Regarding the increased import duty, we appreciate the move given the current deficit backdrop. But the statement regarding not buying jewelry for 1 year has come as a shocker. I respect Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the BJP party deeply for many generations. I appreciate the forward-looking thought, but if I think about it as a jeweler, it will be damaging for the jewelry trade. The Indian market currently has 6 lakh jewelers and associated staff and artisans, along with their families. Overall, nearly the livelihood of 3 to 3.5 crore people depends on this. Who will be impacted if people stop buying gold? People do obey what the Prime Minister says. If we don't work for a year, how will these 3 crore people manage? That's a big question today. The government could have modified the statement a bit. The Reserve Bank of India has 800 tons of gold. We import 700 tons of gold every year. Maybe we could have avoided importing that gold for a year. India's corporate sector recycles 40-50% old gold. Gold retailers have organized a meeting next week to urge even the unorganized sector to try and take old gold recycling to a 50-60% level from the existing 20-25%. Indian consumers have nearly 30,000 tons of gold at home. If even 3% of that comes back to the market, we will be able to solve the 900-ton deficit problem and imports won't be required. Sources also told us that the government may bring a gold monetization scheme. Would request the government, if such a scheme is created, instead of offering interest to customers via bank, whom they may not be able to trust with the melting process. Customers usually have a good relationship with their traditional jewelers. And so, I would request a dialogue with the jeweler lobby, and if this deposit scheme can involve jewelers, it will ensure greater transparency and trust among customers. This dialogue will help jewelers navigate the current situation for declining demand and save the livelihood of 3 crore people.
And sir, this ultra-light segment that you have started across the industry, what is the kind of acceptance that you're getting? Especially, of course, normal jewelry, people are still fine with having something ultra-light. But in terms of wedding jewelry, bridal jewelry, what kind of acceptance are you seeing for this segment?
देखिए मैंने जैसे बताया आपको कि 30 ग्राम्स का गोल्ड का सेट आज की डेट में ब्राइडल को इट लुक्स लाइक 75 70 80 ग्राम्स का.
We have made gold sets of 30 to 35 grams for brides, which look like 75-gram sets. In the bangles segment, Earlier bangles were made in 12 to 13 grams. They are now available in 7 grams with a similar look and feel. Heavier bracelets were earlier made in 40-45 grams. We made the exact same in 22-23 grams. Lighter jewelry has been made such that it looks similar to heavier ones. Other than that, bangles, pendant sets and Mangal sutras were earlier made in 40 grams. The range now starts from 4 grams at our store. Similarly, diamond sets earlier cost more than 7 lakhs to 15 lakhs, but you can get good diamond sets for 2 lakh rupees. They even start from 1 lakh rupees. 2 lakh rupees have the feel of jewelry that you can gift to someone or even get for yourself. In the 4 to 5 lakh rupees range, you can get jewelry made with micro setting. This set that you see costs 4.5 lakh rupees, but gives the look and feel of a 7-8 lakh rupees set.
So that's about lighter weight, but what about the grammage that you're talking about? But what about carats? Are lower carat jewelry is also becoming popular?
जी बिल्कुल बिल्कुल आपका ये आज गवर्नमेंट ने BIS ने 9 कैरेट को अप्रूव कर दिया है.
BIS has now approved 9-carat gold. People are excited to see the 9-carat jewelry. However, Indian people have a special affinity towards yellow gold. Even if it's slightly reddish, they think it's copper and can't be worn. They are very much influenced by 22-carat jewelry and have a liking for it. But people are now buying plain jewelry in 18 and 20-carat gold. They usually don't buy below that. But for diamond, 9-carat jewelry is becoming popular. 20-25% jewelry has reached the market and people are buying it. It's available in white and rose gold, and people are unable to make out the carats by just the look of it. For engagement rings that would cost 70,000 to 80,000 rupees, people are now buying similar designs in 9K or for 30,000 to 40,000 rupees. So, the trend is picking up. People are a bit hesitant initially, but the trend has potential to pick up pace.
टाइम लगेगा लेकिन फिर भी डायमंड ज्वेलरी में काफ़ी अच्छी एक्सेप्टेंस मिली है.
The Prime Minister also came out with a statement telling people to avoid non-essential buys at this point in time, at least for a year. How has that impacted the consumer behavior, your business?
मेरे ख्याल से तो मोदी जी की स्टेटमेंट जो थी
PM Modi's statement about buying non-essential gold has not impacted business much. The statement was meant to reduce the import of 24-carat gold. As far as consumer behavior is concerned, people are now exchanging their old gold with new gold, which is beneficial to them. So, it is not very concerning.
Has there been any impact since the war? Prices have been very volatile, not just since the war, since the past year only, prices have gone up really high to record levels. So how are consumers reacting to that?
देखिए इसमें क्या है कि वॉर शुरू होने से पहले ही गोल्ड के रेट ऐसे लेवल पे पहुंच गए थे.
Even before the Iran war, gold prices had risen. It was selling at 2 lakh rupees per 10 grams, so people are used to 10 grams. Even at that time, they were buying. PM Modi's statement that came recently is a very good move. His statement came due to inflating CAD. The increased duties will lead to lower imports. The trend will decline. As far as business is concerned, it will get impacted, but not a great deal. It won't get impacted much because people are recycling their old gold jewelry. And also, they have been used to paying higher prices since the past 6 months.
And we all know that the gold prices are controlled by the international market. So yes, the prices of gold has been increased, but it is increased due to the ongoing war-like situation in West Asia. But those people who can afford, they are buying gold. And the marriages, what you talked about, so people always procure commodities for the marriages well in advance. Maybe some people may feel a heat of the current rise in prices, but since everything is being done for national integrity, so everybody has to contribute to that integrity what Prime Minister Modi is talking about. It will slow down, but once this West Asia crisis is over, the market will recapture and everything will be streamlined in a most holistic manner. And there are many carats of jewelry available in the market which suits pocket of each and everybody. So I don't see any reason for going for panic at all under the current situation.
Here what is happening that due to high prices, the demand for the jewelry is on the very lower side. On the contrary, we saw that the demand for the investment like bars and coins have raised, but that are not the products in which jewelry industry makes a margin. The margin is on the little side where the jewelry is sold. So now when on Sunday and Monday, our Pradhan Sevak Mr. Modi requested the countrymen not to buy the gold for 1 year. It was a shock for our industry, and in fact we saw on Monday that the people were taking out the gold from the locker and coming to sell, considering that the demand will go down and the prices will come down. So on Tuesday when government raised the import duty, so this was a second blow that came to the industry. Now we were dealing with the higher prices, we were dealing with the lower margins, we were dealing with the request that was made by the Prime Minister, and now this thing has dented the industry very badly, and we think that demand can go down by 25% to 30% this year only.
India may still love gold, but the way Indians buy, that could be changing fast. From lightweight jewelry gold exchanges to lower ticket purchases, retailers are now adapting to a new reality. In Delhi, Kanishka Sarkar with camera persons Ajit and Onishi for WION.